expect, and we were wrong. A surprising, maybe shocking, maybe history-altering development just a few moments ago. We received a statement, we aired a statement from a former naval officer called Tony Bobulinski. Bobulinski was a business partner of Hunter Biden's. That's probably a name you've never heard before today. You're going to hear a lot about this man in the coming days. So let's get a few things straight. There's no evidence, we have no evidence as of tonight, that Bobulinski is a partisan Republican. In fact, all the evidence suggests otherwise. He is a registered Democrat. All of his political donations have been to Democrats. Tonight, Bobulinski announced that he met directly with Joe Biden and discussed the Biden family business dealings with the Communist government of China. He says he has text messages that corroborate that, and apparently he does. Here's part of the on-camera statement from Tony Bobulinski just a few moments ago.
I have heard Joe Biden say that he's never discussed business with Hunter. That is false. I have firsthand knowledge about this because I directly dealt with the Biden family, including Joe Biden. I brought, I guess, for record, 3 phones that spanned the years 2015 through 2018. These phones have never been held by anybody else besides myself. I was introduced to Joe Biden by Jim Biden and Hunter Biden. At my approximately hour-long meeting with Joe that night, we discussed the Biden's history, the Biden's family business plans with the Chinese, with which he was plainly familiar, at least at a high level. I received an email concerning allocation of equity, which says 10% held by H for the big guy. In that email, there's no question that H stands for Hunter, big guy for his father, Joe Biden. I will be providing to the FBI the devices which contain the evidence corroborating what I have said.
All coming so fast, an awful lot of detail. In a written statement, Bobulinski added this, by the way. Hunter Biden, he said, frequently referred to his father as, quote, my chairman. Hunter Biden, quote, frequently referenced asking his father for his sign-off or advice on various potential deals that we were discussing. That would be with the Communist government of China. As of right now, 8:03 Eastern Time, the Biden campaign has not directly denied this. Now, keep in mind, this topic, amazingly, may not come up in the debate tonight. The final presidential debate traditionally centers on questions of foreign policy, but the rules have been changed. You can guess as to why. And now the announced topics, among others, will be coronavirus and climate change. So none of this may be addressed directly tonight. The president, of course, is aware of that. No doubt plans to ask questions directly to the former vice president on the stage. But the debate commission has thought this through, and they've announced that if the president speaks out of turn, his microphone will be cut off. He will be standing there gesticulating like a mime in silence. But that won't make the questions themselves go away. And for the next week and a half, you are likely to hear them again and again. And the central question in all of this is, did Joe Biden himself profit from these deals? And there's no question at this point that there were deals. Remember last week, the New York Post published an email dated May 13th, 2017. It was retrieved from Hunter Biden's laptop, and it was his laptop. In that email, an associate discusses setting aside a, quote, 10% equity stake in a Chinese company. That company, CEFC, that money would be reserved for someone referred to as the big guy. Now, that email is real. Fox News has confirmed it's authentic. And again, no one on the Biden campaign has disputed its authenticity. In his statement, Bobulinski didn't just confirm that the May 13th, 2017 email is real. He also explained, as you might have already guessed, that Joe Biden is, in fact, the big guy referenced in the document. And he would know. Bobulinski was the CEO of something called Sino-Hawk Holdings. It was a partnership between CEFC and the Biden family. From the outset, Bobulinski says he knew it was a corrupt arrangement. As he put it, it was obvious that, quote, the Chinese were not really focused on a healthy return on investment. They were looking at this as a political or influence investment. The Biden family aggressively leveraged the Biden family name to make millions of dollars from foreign entities, even though some of them were controlled from communist China. Now, there is more than just this man's word, though apparently he was directly involved. There's also physical evidence. In a text message dated May 20th, 2017, obtained by this channel, Hunter Biden's business partner, James Gillar, had a warning for Bobulinski. Quote, "Don't mention Joe being involved. It's only when you are face to face. I know you know that, but they are paranoid. Only mention Joe Biden when we're face to face?" Of course, that's how mafia dons talk on the sidewalk outside the social club in Brooklyn. And there's more. Senate Homeland Security investigators are now reviewing a trove of documents Bobulinski has apparently provided. One of them, published today, shows that CEFC, that's the Chinese energy company in question, provided a $5 million interest-free loan to the Bidens. Separately, Gilliar wrote to Hunter Biden to explain that he would receive $850,000 as chairman of the partnership with the Chinese company. Hunter Biden apparently didn't think it was enough. So on May 16, 2017, Hunter Biden complained to his business partners about not getting paid more. Quote, "I have to admit, I do expect that if I can't keep my toe in other things, I will need a hell of a lot more than $850,000 per year on a monthly basis." So there was a lot of money involved, clearly. That's not really in dispute. The question is, where did the money go? Who got it and where is it now? And how much of that money did the big guy, the man you will see on stage in less than an hour, keep for himself, if any? We don't know the answers to those questions, and as of right now, almost nobody in the legacy media is asking those questions. But we may learn soon anyway. Yesterday, we learned that the FBI obtained a subpoena for Hunter Biden's laptop and hard drive. They were left famously in that repair shop in Wilmington. They got that subpoena in connection with a money laundering investigation that was underway late last year. We don't know the status of that investigation, but we have confirmed it was underway. Just hours ago, Fox News obtained an email linking the Biden's business interests, by the way, because you can't make this up, to Kamala Harris and other top Democrats. Here's the link. The email, dated May 15th, 2017, was written by Jim Biden. He is, of course, the brother of the former vice president. The subject line in the email is this: Phase 1 domestic contacts / projects. The email contains a list of what he calls, quote, key domestic contacts for Phase 1 target projects. Guess who's on the list? The vice presidential nominee, Kamala Harris. These are big stories, about 5 or 6 of them, different threads. This isn't Russian propaganda. This is real. So how is the Biden campaign responding to it? As of right now, they are still dismissing all of it as the work of Vladimir Putin. This was a Biden surrogate on Fox News today. Watch this.
My hope is that our country will not be led down this road again by Putin and allow Russia to interfere with our election. And my hope is that Fox won't participate in the interference in our election by continuing to perpetuate a bogus story.
Okay. So Fox News is interfering in the election by bringing you the news. Legitimate news with eyewitnesses, with uncontested documents. The Biden campaign is claiming this channel is doing the bidding of a hostile foreign government in order to subvert our democracy. That's the actual claim they're making. They're saying it out loud. Now, the gambit, of course, is that through pure aggression, they can make us be quiet and make the story go away. And it was working, we'll be honest with you. But it won't work now. It's not enough to kill this story. This story is too serious, and now there is too much detail. Even partisans can no longer ignore it. So what happens next? Again, there are